Arsenal are doing what champions are supposed to be doing. This is what champions are really supposed to be doing, and this is what we call a champion doing champion things. Though not yet a champion, but according to how they've gonna hit obviously accomplish the previous two seasons when really taking on head to head with Man City. I tell you what, they are champions, and champions that never really cease to do things. And I tell you what, this is what you need to do. As I told you when I did the match reaction of Man City versus Newcastle, that the draw at Etihad never made sense to the side of Man City, provided they dropped points at the St. James's Park. And even in this game, this game of Arsenal versus Leicester City, if it remained at 2-2, it wouldn't have gone ahead to hold water, the point they got at Etihad wouldn't have gone ahead to hold water, because one, you would have gone ahead obviously get 2 points in 2 points, meaning in 2 games, meaning that out of the 6 maximum points, you would have gone ahead obviously collect 2, yet if you lost at Etihad and won today, those will be 3 points. You get my point. So I want to let you know that this win has gone ahead to make the draw at Etihad hold water. So smash the like button close to 300 times, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, it is a video that is powered by Mono Gadgets, dealers in brand new phones and brand new laptops, and used phones and used laptops. That is Mono Gadgets for you. And used phones and used laptops are not coming in from Kampala, Uganda, but they come in from the United Kingdom. So if at all you feel like you want to be part of the new era that Mono Gadgets has gone ahead obviously introducing the country, dial +256 70 99 88 665. Save that number as Mono Gadgets. Holla at them all, even go ahead and do the due diligence of going ahead to obviously put in the required shift altogether of really WhatsApping them, and even going on TikTok and see the wide variety of products that they have. Now, in the due course of following them up, you can really see to it that everything will move on as planned. And guys, I want to give you a reminder that tomorrow I'm really gonna be giving you a link to our new TikTok account that we're gonna have to create down on TikTok. So feel free to obviously go that side and really enjoy us to the fullest. So this is what went ahead to happen, and Arsenal have gone ahead obviously win the game of football by 4-2. But remember, they really went ahead to accomplish the first half at 2-0. And today, they're saying that the best and worst result at halftime is a 2-0 lead has come to pass. And how has this come to pass? It has come to pass because Arsenal accomplished the first half when they are really 2 goals ahead, and they won comfortably. And everyone was like, they've killed it off, and no one is really going to be stopping the side of Arsenal. And guess what? When they returned in the 47th minute, a set piece came in through, deflected off Kai Havertz and went into the back of the net. I think the head was really put in by James Justin. You get? In the 63rd minute, guess what Justin Justin does? He really does a very huge it's a half volley, and it deflected off the post and went into the back of the net. But when you look at the manner in which Arsenal had to concede these goals, it was really bad, and I'm going to be coming in here to discuss about it. Then, guess what happened? Arsenal played the entire 90 minutes, and guess what happens? They failed to obviously get a win, but they went ahead to add 7 minutes, and in the 4th minute of the 7 added, Arsenal get a set piece, and they obviously saw Saka deliver it to the back post. It finds the unmarked Leandro Trossard, and Leandro Trossard immediately went ahead to square it into the mouth of the goal, and indeed went ahead to obviously put it into his own net, and Arsenal went ahead to get the lead by 3-2. Then in the 9th minute of the 7 added minutes, Kai Havertz went ahead to obviously score another one to put Arsenal into the lead, and Arsenal have gone ahead to win this game of football by 4-2. So Arsenal are really doing the best of their best, and they're really trying to see to it that they cruise into the top of the table, but they are now level at points with Man City. And this is what I told people, that you can't see the real shape of the season not until 10 games have gone ahead, obviously start be playing, because when Arsenal drew against Brighton and Man City were 2 points ahead of them, and people were like, all right, Man City have gone ahead to start their way to the cup and they're really going to take it. I was like, let's wait and see by the time it clocks 10 games of the Premier League season how everything will shape up, because right now we are 6, and now Arsenal, that very people are like, they dropped points, are level with Man City 14-14. So 10 games are really going to show you a lot, into this season that we are really going into. So Arsenal went ahead to score 4 goals, and I think I've already told people that scoring goals has never gone ahead to be a problem for Arsenal, and you've gone ahead to see it in several games, and that is the fact. Scoring goals has never gone ahead to be a problem for the club of Arsenal. And when you look at this season, the only thing they've gone ahead to obviously do is score goals, and if they don't concede many, they've gone ahead to collect 2 points, meaning that they should be very solid into that making. But the first person I'm going to be talking about is Gabriel Martinelli. Guys, I've always been telling you that Martinelli needs that spark. He needs to obviously find himself in a position of really finding his scoring boots. And guess what? Getting an assist into the game of Man City, and today he has opened up the scoreline for the side of Arsenal, ending his 20 Premier League goal drought. Today that is Gabriel Martinelli, and he scored a very beautiful goal. Though earlier Saka had gone ahead obviously release him and would have gone ahead obviously score earlier, but he went ahead to obviously utilize his second chance. And after scoring that goal, he went ahead to create a chance for Trossard to register the second goal for the club of Arsenal. And that was really something great for the club of Arsenal. And if you're an Arsenal fan outside there, all what you need is to see to it that Gabriel Martinelli gets up and running, hitting the ground running, to see to it that everything really goes ahead to come in through and showcase into what the game of football is all about. So Martinelli in this game for me is one of the hugest positives that is going to have to happen to the side of Arsenal, because all you need is Saka, Martinelli, Kai Havertz scoring or assisting, and all of these players have been pivotal into this win. Martinelli, he had a goal and an assist, Then there came Leandro Trossard, a man who is like, I'm the man, I'm the main man, love me or hate me, I'm the main man, and I'm going to shock everybody. Whoever doubts me, doubt me at your own risk. I tell you, I'm really going to come up and obviously put in the required shift all together to see to it that everything really moves on as planned. So that is exactly what the side of Arsenal is like, with a person like this. Trossard is a player who is not gonna stop scoring, and if I told you you've gonna hit to look his stats this season, I tell you they are really very, very, very important. And I think he bagged in his first goal of the season in the Premier League when Arsenal was playing against Aston Villa, and he found himself scoring another one today. And you saw to it that even the third one, though it's really an own goal, it would have gone ahead to be his assist, and you cannot really deprive him of the right to brag about that goal. And that's why you saw to it that he went ahead to celebrate hugely. And to show you his importance to this side of Arsenal, he's like, I'm really winning games for you. I'm winning games for you. And as very many were like, he did something wrong to get red carded. Looks like today he has come out and told them, now, as you people said that I really did something wrong, I was really petulant, and went ahead and obviously found myself really getting a red card. Now let me show you my value at the club of Arsenal. He has gone ahead to impose himself onto this game, and his imposing has shown huge. You saw to it that he really had a chance that was denied by the lower left bottom post. You know that very well. And he really had very many chances to obviously kill off the game, and he really did it into the mix. Now, Kai Havertz, he's one of those players that I really came up here and obviously told you about, that he's really going to come up and obviously be very, very deadly. Not so? And in the match preview, I told you that one of the players that I believe is really going to be on target is Kai Havertz. Now, in 6 games, he has 3 Premier League goals, and he scored his first goal, I think, against Brighton. Then he scored against there is another team he scored against, I think. Which other team did Kai Havertz score against? And then today he has gone ahead to bag another one, and he's really flying up into the sky. And for everyone who believes that he's not really going to score 20 goals this season in the Premier League, this should be a reminder. It's just 3 games. It's just 6 games. He's having 3 goals so far, and in the due course of really of him having 3 goals, he's not gonna stop as a player. He's really continuing to obviously put in the required shift all together, and that is Kai Havertz for you. So I think he's the right man to come in through and obviously put in the required shift all together. He scored against Wolverhampton Wanderers. That was 1. You know that very well. He went ahead to score against Brighton. Yep. And then he scored against he went ahead to score against Leicester City today. All that has come into under his name, and he's really going to be getting you those goals. And by the end of the season, I don't know whether Arsenal fans will be craving in for another number 9, because all what you want to do, all what you want to see is Kai Havertz coming in through and really getting you 20 goals in the Premier League. And I tell you, he's really going to bang those goals, because Arsenal hasn't gone ahead to get the right balance with Martin Odegaard away. That means their combinations and patterns have gone ahead to be disturbed a little bit. But them being disturbed a little bit doesn't stop Arsenal from scoring, but they need to obviously get used to Trossard being played as their number 10. So the goals have gone ahead to come in through, but let's talk about how Arsenal have gone ahead to obviously concede. The goals that Arsenal have gone ahead to concede are really very bad, and that shows you poor defending for the club of Arsenal. For the first one, that set piece was really defended poorly, very poor defending, and I think Mikel Arteta is really going to be fuming in the dressing room, because he's going to be like, it took us the added minutes to obviously win the game, and no manager would love to see his squad stretched like this, or his first team stretched like this, when he's going to be playing PSG over or in the midweek. And in the midweek, I tell you, PSG are really going to come tough, because for them they played on Friday and they went ahead to win and really rested their players. So that really shows you that a lot has to be done to save the day for the club of Arsenal. And maybe he'll make some huge changes, but those goals that Arsenal had to concede, for me, made me worry. And I'm still really doing some survey on as to why Arsenal concedes very many goals at Emirates, and when they're playing away from home, they don't really concede. The second one, Carafiori is the one to blame. He never even went in the air, at least to try to intercept that ball, or really even brush it out of position from Justin, who went ahead obviously hit it into the back of the net. And by the time I think Trossard went ahead to obviously try to retract back, it was already late and couldn't save anything. So when you look at that, you obviously have to understand that these players are really trying to do the needful, but today their defending was abysmal. That defending is really uncalled for, and I see no reason as to why I should come out and really defend. I said, like, Arsenal that defends like that, because on another day, you can lose the game of football because of that shambolic defending. It hasn't been good. Those 2 goals conceded, that backline needs to obviously put itself better and better. But all in all, Arteta is really winning his games, and I think for any manager, you'll be celebrating that. After Man City dropping points, you obviously saw yourself really winning your games, and I was like, what is Arsenal trying to do? Having a 2-goal lead, and you really surrender it to Leicester City to level up to 2-2. That was really unacceptable for me, and I was like, who does this and who defends like this? You get? And I think Arteta is really going to be hard at them. But finally, they're going to hit to get the result that put them into the lead, and Arsenal are really doing the needful. If anyone comes out and tells you that it was a comfortable win for the club of Arsenal, he'll be lying. He'll be lying. Jamie Vardy gave Saliba nightmares, but Saliba being one of the best defenders, he has gone ahead to obviously execute his class onto the pitch today, and he has gone ahead to shield that back four. Again, the other huge positive is Arsenal have scored another goal from a set piece. In the first 4 games of the season, in the first 3 games of the season, they hadn't gone ahead to obviously execute any set piece goal, but from the game of Tottenham Hotspur, they've scored a set piece through Gabriel Magalhaes, followed by the game of Man City. Gabriel Magalhaes came in through and scored another one, and even today, the winner has gone ahead to come through a set piece. So that is another huge positive that Arsenal has gone ahead obviously register. Now, team stats: 36 shots by Arsenal, Leicester had 5, 16 shots on target by Arsenal, Leicester had 3, 75% ball possession by Arsenal, then Leicester had 25% ball possession, and 656 passes completed by Arsenal. Leicester completed 225. This is what I told you, that when Arsenal is playing against big teams, they'll surrender possession because they know what it means. And when they're playing against these amateurish teams like Leicester, they'll obviously get their possession back and control the games to the fullest. 89% passing accuracy by Arsenal, 73% passing accuracy by Leicester City. 11 fouls by Arsenal, 6 fouls by Leicester City, 2 yellow cards by Arsenal, 4 yellow cards to the side of Leicester City, no red cards issued, 0 offsides to Arsenal, 1 offside to Leicester City. Arsenal had 17 corners and 0 corners to the side of Leicester City. And it would have gone ahead to be very shameful for Arsenal to not score a goal from a set piece after them having 17 corners. Now, let's go to the table and see how the table is really looking like. When you look at the table, the side of Arsenal has gone ahead to obviously do the needful to be in second, but Man City are still on top. 6 games played by Man City, 4 wins, 2 draws, 0 losses, 14 goals scored, 6 conceded, 8 as the goal difference. They're having 14 points. Arsenal is 6, 4 wins, 2 draws, 0 losses, 12 goals scored, 5 goals conceded, and they've gone ahead to find themselves in a position of really having a goal difference of 7, and they're having 14 points. Chelsea, 6 games played, 4 games won, 0 draws and 1 loss. No, not really. They have 1 draw and 1 loss, 15 goals scored, 7 goals conceded, goal difference of 8, and they're having 13 points. Liverpool is playing right now. The game is still 0-0, and Villa is playing tomorrow. Fulham are playing today, and this is what I told you, that things haven't gone ahead obviously change a lot, because when you look at Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea, they're having 13 points, and whoever wins between Manchester United and Spurs tomorrow will be at 10, meaning that that team will be just 4 points behind the table leaders. So it shows you that everything is still possible in this beautiful game of football, and I see nothing that is really going to stop teams from really continuing to do the needful. And this is why I always tell you that it always takes shape. The table always takes shape after 10 games. And if at all you've been watching this, you really come in here and obviously be the first person to defend me in here. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Rokani David is my name. I've gone here to bring you everything that you people deserve. Now go into the comment section and tell me your thoughts about Arsenal 4, Leicester City 2. What do you make about it? Full match reaction, but I'm returning back with the player ratings, and Liverpool is taking on Wolverhampton Wanderers. But before I sign out, allow me bring you what are the results of the game of football we are like today. Man City drew 1-1 with Newcastle. Chelsea 4, Brighton 2, Brentford 1, West Ham 1, Everton 2, Crystal Palace 1, Arsenal 4, Leicester 2, and Nottingham Forest 0. Fulham coming at the City ground, and they've gone ahead to grab 3 points, and it has been them really winning. You've had it all from me. I'm returning with your player ratings. Bye-bye.